Okay, I got these off of Amazon. And they're going to be used in here because these were only temporary. So we're going to get a closer look at this. From here I didn't see any 105°C on the temperature. But let's take one out and examine it. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I gotta get my fingers in the way so I can turn this. Now I'm gonna have to hold it. That's the only way I can do it. There it is, 105°C. I just had to get a super magnifier to see that. Okay, so that's what it is. Alright, so here's the ESR meter. I don't have a very good angle on it, so I'm not pointed straight down. But you can see it's working. I have several ESR charts and none of them read what it should read. In other words, they're all different. So here is 1,000 microfarads at 16 volts. And we're going to check the ESR. There it is right here. But I'm off camera when I put the meter leads on it. You'll take my word for it. I'm on the cap. You can see the ESR is way over into the good range, which is about 1/10 of an ohm. So let's check the other one. Same thing. Okay, so these two here are 1,000 microfarads at 16 volts, and that's what it calls for. While the iron's heating up, I've got the capacitor all ready to be pushed in. Negatives go this way towards the heat sink. So we are about ready. I'll put them in. Alright. We got to trim them off. Alright, let's get the next one through here. Alright. We gotta finish this up off camera. I gotta get my face up into here and touch them up on the bottom side here. We'll do them off camera. I think I got it. I couldn't tell if I bridged something or not in there. It's very, very, very small to see, but I guess it's working because it's on. So we removed those large temporary caps, which the ESR still shows as being very good. We'll double check them off camera again and see. All right, well, I got them in. Can't really tell. It's only been running for about a minute right now. I know the transformer gets quite warm, but the dehumidifier is on. So we're going to do here, while that's running, I'm going to test the ESR on these now that they're out of circuit. I'll set you up somewhere you can see me doing it, hopefully. Hang on. Okay, we've got our ESR meter here. The hell? Something's gone wrong with the ESR meter. The leads are not shorted. I went to stand it up into here. Something here, I'm pulling on the cord. Something's shorted in here. It looks like we got to repair the ESR meter now. Yes, okay. All right, one thing after another. Got 3 out of 4 screws here. The other one probably dropped on the floor. Nope, went inside the circuit board. Well, we got, looks like RG174 in here, and it's obviously a short. In here. Oh, wire came off. That's nice. I don't have a schematic for this thing. I have no idea where that came from. I have no idea where that wire come from. I've got a white wire here. White wire with a black stripe. Could have come off of here. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. I would say it probably came off of this one right here. I would say it came off of just to the right of the first white one, the white and black, that's ready to come off. I think this other one, probably goes there. I'm going to put it there. We'll do that off camera. Well, I can't see that. I can't see if I got it good or not. The upper one has got a little string on it, but I just can't see that. I just tack it in there and hope it stays. The one on the bottom is the one that came off. But I got the lead shorted out here, but it don't go to zero anymore. So there's a zero adjust here. I'll do that once I get it back in there. Well, I don't know what's wrong with this thing, but somebody's worked on the RG174 cable down here. It's got a short in it. It's staying on, and the leads are not shorted. And I resoldered these two, and I had little hairs shorting out. I thought that was it, but this cable is shorted. This whole area needs to be redone. There's nothing I can do. My eyes are not worth the powder to blow in the damn hell. Okay, after going in the house, I'm putting the video clips into the computer. And I was thinking, you know what, I gotta fix that capacitor wizard, but there's no way I can fix it properly. So I had to Rube Goldberg it, using hot glue to hold everything in there. I took it apart again, and it's microscopic circuitry. I don't know how anyone can work on stuff like this. The two white wires I showed you in the earlier part of the video with the black stripe on them, apparently they're not polarized. Alright, so I soldered one on as I showed on the video, sloppy. And when I was working on the coax end, what I did, I don't have the coax here. I cut off, I kept shorting. The center conductor was bare against the shield in a bunched up mess, and with all little hairs of wire all over, shorting everything. And I could not see them under any magnification except the eye lobe, the little eye lobe that I have with a light on it, but I can't hold that and use the cutters too. So when I use these things, that 5X is the most I got on them, you can't even see the little hairs. So I had to go by feel and take the nippers here, of which keeps breaking on me. The one thing breaks off. This is the last one I got. These things are Chinese junk metal. I've had 3 or 4 of them snap on me. They just one blade breaks right off. But anyways, that's not the problem. That's not what we're talking about here. So what I did is, and I'm not going to open this up to show you because it's a horrible, horrible mess in there. I got electrical tape holding the little board down. I got electrical tape because I didn't use heat shrink because it's so hard and confined in that area So I got electrical tape. Looks terrible. And I unsoldered the center conductor off the little board and the shield off the little board, and used my solder sucker here to clean it all off, and then took some wire out of this cable here, stranded, a black and a red one, and I made it probably about where my finger is right here, about that long, and I tinned them first, and I soldered the black on where the shield goes on the RG174 coax, and the center conductor of that coax I put the red wire on. So you have a red and black wire sticking out of the board. And then I cut this coax here off, the end of it, which is messed up, stripped it back so that I had about 3/4 of an inch of center conductor insulated, and then I just stripped off just a small section to connect onto the red, put some tape around it, and did the same with the black shield, put some tape around it, put it all down in here, taped it down inside, and hot glued the whole damn thing right in there. It's a mess. Apparently you gotta open this to change the battery so it disturbs this. Now it's working perfectly. It was on. And I zeroed it. This is the zero adjustment here. So we once again have an ESR meter that is working. Alright, so there's a lot of frustration here. I just cannot get enough magnification, and I cannot work under a microscope. I can't work under a camera. I can only work under a magnifying glass, and nothing I got here brings it up big enough. So it's a horrible mess in there. Like I say, I'm not going to show you, but it's functionable. It's solid. That board is hot glued down to the case. So it's hot glued down there. It's taped down, and nothing's going to short out, and I doubt the wires will pop out. So now everything's good in here. I did want to make this video. It works. Nobody's going to see inside of it. And that's just the way it is. This is why I don't work on transistor radios and tiny stuff. It's physically impossible. As a matter of fact, this would be a challenge for somebody with excellent eyesight. Alright, this concludes the video. The power pack is working good. I couldn't get the, it's still running very hot. Very hot. It's drawing 2 amps. This is a 3 amp supply, but I couldn't get this in. The case would not close. The board wouldn't sit right, so that's nothing new. I can always hot glue that in there, but I just put a electrical tape here and over here to hold it together. Not a problem. It's only for the shop anyways, and I'm not planning on putting any strain on this. When you open these things, it's almost impossible to get them back the way they were. It just can't be done. Okay, so thank you for watching. At least I got my ESR meter working again. I was at a point where I was going to try to send it out to the factory and find out what they would charge to straighten the thing out. Or I just get rid of it and use my blue ESR. This is so much quicker, you know, and everything, and you don't have to zero it. It's always zeroed. And you zero it here, but because I messed around with the circuit, I guess it changed. That's weird. I never noticed that before. Alright, that's off there. It's weird. Well, it might be because the coax shield goes right to the board, and I've got about 1.5 inches of wire on the hot side and on the shield, because that's the only way I can connect the coax up. I just cannot see that coax without shorting it out. So I had to pigtail it. The ground is on one side and the center conductor's on the other, so they won't short, taped up, and then hot glued. But it should be alright. Yeah. I don't know, I never noticed it being that way though. I don't know. No idea. But anyways, that's the story there. Thanks for watching.